everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I have a flip through of my Project Life album from July through December. I will try to make it not as chatty as possible. I'll just point out some products from here and there, but I realized I was doing them every other month, like January and February, March and April, etc., etc. And after May, June, I forgot to film these. Life just got busy, so I do apologize. So we'll start off with July. If you recall, I was making a month card each month to kind of at least break up. Let me show you, like June. That way you knew how many layouts were per month. My last album last year I didn't do that, and it kind of all blended and you never knew how old Valentina was and such. So I still continued the month title card. I still continued with her progress shot being held by Miguel. And then this was some, I think this was Vicky Boutin thicker collection, and I put a card of the World Cup, Women's World Cup project. Well, I made a photo card of that one, but it was going on at that time. These are some thickers. I do believe that was from a Chamel collection. The pattern papers are just from Recollection paper pads, nothing too much there. I like to always put some of my thickers and embellishments on the outside of the pockets just to add some interest to them as well. And so the rainbow card, pattern card, this was from a 6x6 paper pad. She was belly flopping a lot around this time in her kiddie pool. We had went to a concert to see Nas and Mary J. Blige. This was an old Webster's Pages collection. I was finger painting with her with my Delusions. You know, playing at Target. I think this was an old Mombi card. This was still part of that Webster's Pages from here. Mombi. My sister came to visit, so I have a couple different layouts here in orientation when she comes. This one I want to say was Webster's Pages as well. That's an old Mombi card from my collection. And then some of these other like little Good Vibe stickers. These are all from like planner sticker books that are available at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Those are all where those are from. This is an old Mombi one as well. Getting into August, she spends time with me at my craft desk, if you can see that. This is just from a paper pad as well from Michael's, so I like to just kind of keep things at least consistent on each layout, you know, like so it'll be two but the colors pull in is how I usually visually try to tie in, like the pink. There was pink in the pictures, pink, and then here. That's how I take it. They're very simple in that regards, and there's not a lot of journaling because I also, where my journaling is mostly is in, if you know, let me grab it. I keep up with the memory planner. I do a lot of my journaling in here. So this coincides with this. But I can take this, and this sits bedside, and I can do a lot more writing in this. I don't think I've done a flip through of this. This is the completed 2019 as well. If you want to see my Mombi memory planner, leave a comment below and I'll film this one next. So here, let's see, this is a metallic, like old Mombi pocket page cards. I think they used to call them, what do they call them? They used to sell them at Hobby Lobby and stuff. They were like packs of like 4x6 and 3x4 cards. They don't no longer produce them, I don't think. Unless I'm wrong, let me know, because they are my favorite cards. This one was a Chamel. I don't remember where this one came from. There was my niece's birthday party. Still part of those Mombis. They sit on my desk. I've now gotten into the habit of having all my Project Life cards on that desk sit so that I can easily pull, and I got them in now color order, which seems to be my jam, because if I'm looking for pink cards, they're all together. So this was all cut out from the same Chamel paper pad, or it was a cut apart page. And I did a little screenshot. This picture was taken of me and Miguel 6 years ago when we first restarted dating, if you remember my story. Man, we were both young and skinny, and that was at a football game. At this time, we're in August, so I went to New Jersey to visit my sister. This was Labor Day weekend, but it was when Hurricane Dorian came through and pummeled the Bahamas, but we were prepped in Florida, so it's like the picture from the weather station, and here's Dorian. So I had documented that. I can't forget those things too. I do put in things about the news and things that are going on. This is still from Chamel. It was a lot of purple in this layout, so I went with it throughout the rest of it. And I think it was Chamel, Sparkle City, as well as, I want to say it's Horizon by Pink Paisley. Yeah, and Page Oven, so that's where the rest of it was coming from. This was still Horizon 2. I loved it. I went and ate, if you know, what is it? He's called Cake Boss on TV. He has his first original bakery is in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I went there and had delicious cannolis. Can't go to New York without not having a good New York bagel and pizza too. Did I document eating pizza? Because you have to eat pizza when you go to New York. Still from Chamel. This was from the puffy sticker collection from that Paisley collection, and then we were in Hoboken, and so I have awesome city pictures. It was really gray that day, but just a good story to tell. Valentina, for the record, did not travel well going to Jersey nor coming back, and I went alone without Miguel. I will never fly again right now alone with her. She was a handful. I could not. I was mortified. I was that parent in the airport with a screaming, crying baby. She could not be entertained. It was, that's another story. That's like a therapy session on what she did to me. So here are September. I was watching my niece, and they are like 8 months apart in age. And they look like twins, like truly. They're cousins, no matter what. You can't deny it. They're blood. She could be my daughter. She could definitely be my daughter. I'm thankful they live down the road, so we get to see a lot of her. It's starting football season. You can see the multiple computer, TV set up in my living room. Miguel is fanatical, but he's good at it. He knows a lot about sports. What else is going on here? So this was the same paper pad. This was the Gather collection. I think this one is too. So Gather and Gather, and this one's an old Mombi one as well. And I love this photo. If you can see this photo, I totally was just like, it's a mom life photo. It's like the havocness of my kitchen. Sorry, there's a lot of glare. But I took my Sharpie, and you can definitely just see like temporary dog dishes because I left her dog dishes somewhere. Her binky on the floor, my diaper bag, magnets galore on my fridge. I labeled boxes from her car seat, her push cart, mom sneakers, my work bag, pool shoes. I mean, like, it was just like, take a picture of my living situation at that moment. It was just funny. And I labeled it. My sister was like, why did you leave this cluttered photo here? And I was like, it just shows truly a moment in my life. Here I went with the whole coral color scheme. So whenever you see like a white border, these are original Project Life cards that have the rounded corners. And in order to take away them, they have to be like trimmed a little bit. So then I back everything on like a white cardstock. So the ones that ever have white borders is because these were rounded corner Project Life cards. And I don't do Project Life now with rounded corners. I used to. There's a round corner everything, and now I don't care for it. I like the clean edges where everything just looks completely solid, square. I love. Pool time's always her favorite still. She grew into a size 6 around this time. I was taking pictures of her sneakers. Miguel fractured a tooth. I mean, what are the odds? And then all these little photos. That was when I got my new sketch pad from the Skipping Stone. I love that notebook. I'm still working in it. I went to visit Grandma. So I have definitely a green thing going on here with Pops from Here, because this is the best guacamole from Duttweiler's. It's in Lakewood Ranch. So then I had green here, the green flower, and then there was like green in her dress. So I put like a green thing going on here. What else can I show? These clear stickers that you see over it, these are all from sticker books from the Happy Planner collections. This was a fun layout to do. Now stop it. Okay, I love October and fall, but fall in Florida, it's still summer. But I love the beers that come out. So the St. Adams Oktoberfest is my favorite, and then the Shipyard Pumpkinhead is my second favorite. And these were the boxes that they come in, you know, when you buy a 6-pack. And I thought it was the coolest thing because they both have the same colors. It's navy and orange. And I was like, I don't know what, this is how creative I am, like all the time. I'm like sipping it and I'm putting the rest of the beers in the fridge and I'm like looking at the box and I'm like, dude, that's the coolest packaging. And I was like, that would be good as a Project Life card because it's like my favorite. I don't even have to take a picture of the beer. I can just put the packaging of the beer in there. And then I still put thickers on top for October, even though it said Oktoberfest. And the same for this one. So if you ever want to tell a story of your favorite beer for the season, cut out the box. We went to Bentner's Farm, which is a local farm here that grows a lot of pumpkins. Took her last year, so that's last year's photo. She was just sitting. She was like 11 months at the time, sitting in the barrel, and then I have her sitting in the barrel here. I know the picture. I thought I printed it landscape, and it came out wrong, but let me show you. It's just the funniest thing. So there she is, like, she was like running through the aisles of this farm, picking out her pumpkin. I mean, this picture tells it all too. And this is a glitter card from Mombi as well. And I just told a story on how last year she could only sit. She wasn't even walking yet. Valentina didn't walk until she was like 14 months. And that's okay. So she wasn't walking then. Her first haircut I documented October 4th. I took her to get her haircut. Her hair grows forward, so she always has to like rock a forever bang because that hair cowlick is just always straight down in front of her face. And so when she's zhuzhing her hair off her face like 20 times in a minute, I knew I had to get a haircut. So we finally took her officially to get a haircut then. Just bath time photos. She loves the park. I went all hog wild at the Dollar Tree to make her sensory bins. If you know what sensory bins are, like just bins filled with pasta or rice or dried beans, and you throw in like, you know, things that she has to feel or grab or dig, and using kind of like kitchen tools and stuff. Oh my God, I have 3 different ones. She loves them. They're a little bit of a mess, I'm not gonna lie, but I did an overview of like everything I bought at the Dollar Tree for all these sensory bins. It's the best thing. If you want me to do a thorough video on what a sensory bin is, let me know. I will show you what they are. I take her to the Children's Museum. So there's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex behind us. There's this whole water duck. Oh, again, with packaging. Dude, these organic frosted toaster pastries pumpkin from Trader Joe's. OMG, y'all. Like, I am on the pumpkin everything train. These Pop-Tarts were a guilty pleasure from Trader Joe's. So once again, I kept the packaging. I was like, I don't need to write a story about how much I love these darn things. Just keep the package. Playing in the candy aisle. I just thought like this banner was so funny at Target. Please tell me I'm not the only mom that does this. Valentina despised all her Halloween costumes. And when I mean all is because I had like 3. And every one she despised other than putting on an Elsa like dress. Yeah. Just sleeping photo. So again with this hot pink, see, I didn't round, see, these corners are left rounded. This is me being lazy. I didn't like shave the card, but that's an old Project Life card. I'm still trying to use them, y'all. I don't know where this card's from. This is a gather one as well. I took her to like a petting zoo, another like fall little festive moment there. Took her to Gumbo Limbo Nature Center. It's like a save sea turtles and fish that ever get like hurt while in the wild. They come here. It's like a rehab place. And so she just loved, look at the sea turtle just floating by. So that was like a fun activity. And they had like a butterfly farm there too. Here's Halloween. So that's the Elsa dress that she only liked to wear. I had her as a donut. She hated it. I had her, where's her other thing? Oh, here, as a pineapple, and I was her strawberry. She hated it. That's the only smiling photo, and I bribed her with the Twizzler. She went trick-or-treating just in a Halloween t-shirt one night. It was like, this was the t-shirt, yeah. And there's my sister. But man, just not what I thought was going to be. Like, she just despised. Here we're bribing her with corn chips. Here we are in November. This is her birthday month. So just park pictures. My mother-in-law, we painted the office, so this is us like moving all the furniture to the center. This was old Heidi Swap, an old collection. I think the Dreamy collection this could be. So it was all the same 12 by 12 paper. This was Carousel from a 6 by 8 paper pad. And then here's her birthday. So we had a Minnie Mouse themed birthday party. These polka dots were simple papers from Hobby Lobby. They were like the 4 for $1 ones. These are thicker. This was her invitation. We rocked out Minnie Mouse everywhere. We made everything. Still the same papers. This is from a Happy Planner sticker. Singing happy birthday. So I kept this products very simple on these because the pictures were so like colorful and a lot going on. My sister came to town for her birthday, but we did our first holiday Christmassy event on November 18th in Delray Beach. And like that was like the best Santa. I mean, this is, you know, Florida Christmas, palm trees and Christmas trees. It was so hot that night, but we did play in snow. They like, I don't know, imported snow. That, which paper is this? This one is I always can tell sometimes by the opposite side. It was a pink paisley. That was Summer Lights collection. So that was the B side of that sheet. It's Miguel's birthday first officially, and then it's Valentina's. They're like 2 days apart in birthdays. We went to see Frozen on opening weekend. It was her first movie, y'all, and she sat through like 90% of it. She did so good to watch Elsa, and I loved it. Loved it. So that was my post for Miguel's birthday. My favorite Starbucks drink at this time was the Nitro Cold Brew with pumpkin cream inside. It was so good. I did an impromptu photo shoot in this dress I've been having forever for her second birthday. It was windy and rainy that day. Her new little punch buggy. This was just a meme that I screenshotted off Instagram, and then I just made it into a card. These foiled cards, this is all from a Hobby Lobby studio. It was called like Boutique Terrace, I think. All of it's pink mint and gold foil. It's a beautiful little 4x6 paper pad. We have Thanksgiving. I used this is all Auburn Lane from Pink Paisley. This was a card that came in from LE Studio. I like their journaling cards. I'm getting into LE Studio products a lot. I use it all for my December daily. I really like their product. And then here's December. So I did do a December daily, but these were some of the extra pictures or stories I didn't tell in my album. Like her first day to the dentist happened in December. Cheesing for the camera. I took her to, we rocked the Spectrum Kid Gym. That was fun. Olaf, always in the situation. And then these were just a fun park day. Can you see this blue sky? I mean, like I said, it's Christmas in Florida. We don't get cold weather. It was probably the coldest day was 80. So those are just park pictures for December. Again, another day I had her. I think the sitter called out, but I took her near the piers. It's just a beautiful photo. That was like an old Starbucks card. There's a sandy Christmas tree on the beach in West Palm Beach. This was scrap paper from the Holly Jolly collection. So this is paper that I use in my December daily. This was from Crinkle & Co. Photo Play. It was one of their project cut apart pages. This was wrapping paper I used this year. We went to Candytopia, so I do have this story in my December daily, but these were fun photos that didn't get to make it in the album, so I printed them there. My sister took her dog to see Santa at PetSmart. And then these were just extra stickers from Hobby Lobby that I was trying to kill, so that's why they're here. These are all one sticker sheet. I was like, let's just use them, let's just use them. That was another photo from our matching jammies. And then we went to Disneyland, so I just kind of collaged 12 photos up there quick. It was a Buzz, she's into Buzz Lightyear, she knows Buzz a lot, loved it, and our castle picture. New Year's Eve, and then it was New Year's Eve, we also had a birthday party for my nephew who's 6. And that me in the carousel, and then again just killing sticker pages with everything I adore in here. And so that wraps up my 2019. I love that I have another completed album for me and my family, mostly for Valentina. This is her 2nd year on Earth. I will be starting, because I haven't yet, my 2020 album. It'll still be 12 by 12 because I do appreciate the style, or the size. It holds the most, and I did get the whole year in one album. I am a monthly scrapbooker. If it turns into 2 layouts, turned into 3, that's fine with me. And so yeah, this works for me. And I have tried 9 by 12. It's not my favorite. It was hard. It's limiting when I can't have that extra 4 by 6 in the layout. So I will continue this. So I will continue showing you layouts as I do them in here. And really, this is a good way to stash, dive. That's what my goal is. I'm not subscribed to any Kit Cubs right now. I'm not on any design team, so I can really start making another dent into my collection and use even 12 by 12 pattern papers. I always just cut down and use as filler cards, or make them as like the anchoring pages for the colors for the layout. Is how I've really gone through my stash in this one too. So that is an idea for you. You don't have to be a part of a kit club or anything. If you have stash, you can make Project Life cards and do it that way as well. Thank you so much for spending some more time with me. Till next time, bye everyone.